Hi guys, this is Wave 618 with a daily update on Bitcoin. So today is the 1st of March 2018. It's currently 20 past 8 in the evening GMT. Alright, so we're looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hourly chart here. As you can see, my standard WXY annotation is on the chart just because this is where I believe it's going. I've mentioned this in all my previous videos. So this is basically, if it did turn out to be this WXY, it would be an exact replica of what Bitcoin did in 2014. So I did another video on that, and if you want to see quite a clear illustration, if you go on my Twitter page, you can find my a link to Twitter in the description of this video, or if you look on the Wave 618 banner on the home page of this YouTube channel, you'll see my link there. But it's actually my latest tweet, and I've illustrated it quite you'll see it right at the top. So basically illustrates a comparison between 2014 and 2018 so far, or everything that's happened with this wave down, this retracement, and then this further wave up, further wave down, is exactly what happened in 2014. It bounced from here on high volume, reached a point around here, and then crashed even further. So it's a bit of a bull trap beyond this line. So that's what I'm expecting. Anyway, let's break this down. So let's look on a bit closer at what's happening in Bitcoin. It's getting ever so close to this downward trend line. Well, not close, it's actually broken it slightly. When you see price building up gradually below this line, that makes it a lot more likely to break the line. When you see price hitting the line, but there's not much buildup of price behind it, it's more of a bit of a spike, it's very hard to break the line. Just as it did here, it was a bit of a spike, and so it didn't break. Now it's looking much more likely to break because it's actually built up from a much more closer level to the line. So much more likely to break it. Alright, so just going to zoom in a bit. So let's go on the hourly chart. Alright, so as discussed previously, my count is from the bottom here: 1, A, B, C, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is going to be around 13,000. Yeah, this is where I expect we're going. Let me stick a little price tag on. Yeah, around that level, 13,000 mark. That's where I believe that we're going. So there's several reasons why 13,000 is the target. So one way to find out where wave 5 will end is if we do an fib extension from the beginning of the wave all the way up to wave 3 and retrace it to where wave 4 ended. Yeah, and we look at the 0.618. So you can see if we move the prices a little bit, it's around that 13,000 mark, close enough. Yeah, so that's one reason why I believe we're going there. Let's just remove that one, tidy it up a bit. I'm going to stick a horizontal line at that 13,000 mark. Now, it's always worth looking for horizontal support and resistance. Now look at this 13,000 mark. It was acting at resistance here. It was support here, support here, support here. Yeah, it's a very significant price level, this 13,000. Yeah, it's going to take some force to break it. This is going to spike. Yeah, and like I mentioned, when you get a spike, it often won't break these resistance lines. It needs to build up behind it. Yeah, so this is why I can't see a wave 5 breaking beyond this point. At this point, we're going to see a retracement. So if you're bullish now, which I think is a pretty fair call, to be honest, I'm not sure where you, well, I would say your stop needs to be probably around this level. Yeah, and yeah, I'd be taking profits at this level, certainly. So yeah, that's why I'm choosing 13,000 as the target right now. In my previous video, I described this potentially being a wave 4. We are running out of space, to be honest, for it to be a wave 4. Sorry, for it to be a triangle. So it's certainly a wave 4. But I was suggesting this may be an A, could have a B, and then a C, and a little D and E here before it breaks out. But to be honest, very rarely does price reach the point of the triangle. It usually breaks out way before, to be honest. So you may find that this is just going to break the line now. Yeah, so anyway, this is our target. Once it hits there, so going back to our 4-hourly chart, let's take this away now. The way in which it goes from W to X, I'm expecting it to go in an ABC pattern. And that ABC is going to look like this. A, ending at 13,000. B, I'll calculate exactly where B is going to go, but I'm looking at around here, and C is here at X. Okay, why have I chosen B to be here? Well, first of all, I believe that once we hit here, we're going to get a new head and shoulders pattern, with this bit being the left shoulder and the right shoulder forming here. So what I'm expecting to see is the head and shoulders forming like this. Price coming up to here. That's the kind of head and shoulders pattern I'm expecting to see. Yeah, so I believe B will be around here. Alright, let's remove that now. Another way of calculating B, I believe it will be a 50% retracement of wave A. So 50% comes to around here. Again, let's put a little price label. So around 9,400, around that mark. So that's a 50% retracement of where wave A would be. And now if we remove that, now ABC patterns. So I'm saying this is an A, B, C. Very often A is equal to C. And let's see what will happen if we plot this now. So if we do a fib extension, so that's where A wave will finish. Also, from B, we're expecting C to finish around here. That's where A will be equal to C, providing that B finishes here. So again, little price projection there. 16,400. All right, so these are estimations. Yeah, we should never look too many steps ahead in trading, because the more steps you look ahead, the less likely you are to be correct. You have to change your analysis as things go along. But I think this is the pattern that we can be looking out for. So I'm expecting an ABC pattern from here up to here, B and C. That's the wave count I've got. So yeah, and this will be slowly looking like the exact same pattern that we developed in 2014. At this level, it's an excellent short, and there's a lot of money to be made in shorting. There are ways to short Bitcoin, so if you're not aware, we can perhaps talk about that in another video. When we get closer to this, that'll be probably a good time to chat about it. But yeah, for now, this is what I'm expecting. As I say, if you're gonna have a bullish trade on here, I'll be getting out around this mark, and stop loss definitely below this point. You could perhaps plot it a little bit higher, but not too high. and because I would definitely want it under this line. All right, at the moment we've still got low volume. We're waiting for that high volume to come in to tell us that we're in this final wave 5. So that's what we're looking out for. That's what I expect to happen. Yeah, so let's see what happens. All right, thank you.